So, well, welcome to the audience for SA Boxing Talk. And I don't know if Landry's known this, but we've been wanting to speak to him for a very long time. Obviously, we keep in touch with boxers from Africa and boxers that are doing things in the world. Landry, how does a boxer from Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, end up in Denmark, firstly?
Yeah. Well, I actually came to Denmark when. It's actually pretty crazy when David told me, before I started with the story, when David told me, like, yeah, the guys from South Africa also want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, I was quite surprised and, happy at the same time. I think that's a great thing you guys are doing. But yeah, I ended up in Denmark when I was 11. I had to come out to my father who lived there. So that's actually, and then later on I started boxing because of a lot of family issues.
So you started boxing only once you got to Denmark?
No, I actually started boxing, I think, 3 years after I came to Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
My father is not a super fan of boxing, actually.
Yeah, but you've done really well in boxing. So how does your whole family think about you as a boxer?
Yeah, but that's funny because from time to time, well, now it's a little bit better, but I think for 2 years ago, my father, even for 2 years ago, I felt like I was doing pretty well. And he told me, like, when are you going to get the real job?
Oh, wow.
So, like, he doesn't really understand. But yeah, the whole family is very supportive now. And then I think now they see what boxing has brought into my life, and so that's they're supportive now, but it took some time.
Well, that's another thing, David. I mean, you've also traveled around the world quite extensively, and now you ended up in Germany training. I mean, how does your family receive training abroad and that sort of thing?
On my side, my family first were not so supportive, but it was a dream that, I had to choose between boxing or doing electronic engineering or something. So I decided to rather be away from the family and follow my dreams in boxing. Times went on. I think they started supporting me when I fought Jasper Sarukia for the SA title. Then the whole family was back on board to say, this guy he's doing something. The boxing looks like it will turn over for him an income or a career. So, yeah, at the moment, being overseas, fighting, the family's really supporting me and backing me 100%.
Well, before I speak to your coach, I mean, David, you're the one that's basically pulled this interview together and given the South African fans something to watch. Could you mind introducing your coach to us?
Okay, my coach is Mr. Dominik Junge. One of the top coaches in Germany. He's won awards all over in Germany. He's won awards in the WBC for the best female coach in 2016. Is he here next to me? Coach.
Hey.
Hi, and I just wanted to speak to you, obviously, because, I mean, the two boxers sitting next to you are both fighting on different cards. And how do you handle the balancing act between training them?
No, that's not a problem because we have often the same problems that I have some pros. They are fighting in a close time together, and so it's not a problem. Everybody has his own training plan, and I can't handle everybody like it's needed for the fight. But in this time, it's everything difficult because nobody knows is it really happened. We have so many preparations this year, and at the last moment it's canceling. But I'm sure these two fights will happen 5th of December in Denmark and 12th on December in Mexico.
So it's literally 1 week apart. I mean, how do you feel the chemistry is in the gym? I mean, obviously you've just added David to the gym. How do you feel he's adding to value to the team?
Perfect. It's only one word, perfect. It's harmonying with everybody. It's no problem. So we have a good mix of some older ones, some younger ones, some females, some men. It's working. The mix is what it makes special. So everybody has a respect for the other one. We have some champions. We have some rookies. Everything is here, and it's working fine. I like this mix.
It's been a tough year. 2020 has just been a tough year for everyone around the world, for boxers in particular as well. I mean, it's very difficult to get fights. But Landry, you've managed to land a fight back in Denmark again. It sort of looks like a warm-up fight for you, basically just to shake off a little bit of rust and get back in there. How do you take that?
Well, actually, I really don't know how I feel about this fight, but now I got to fight and I feel like, okay, I have to go in there and do the job, but you know, I'm trying to aim for bigger bigger targets, and I understand the situation right now is all over the world. It's pretty difficult to get the fighters over in Denmark and stuff like that. So yeah, for me it's just a fight that has to, that I have to do, but I still have to do my job, but bigger and yeah.
Well, for people back at home in South Africa and people that don't know you, you need to go on YouTube right now and obviously check out some of what Landry's been doing, because he's certainly on the cusp of some special things. And I want to know, where do you think you stand in the middleweight division currently?
To be honest, I think definitely over the top 50, and but my ranking doesn't really show it. But I think, because of the different circumstances, I haven't really been able to, to be there. But I'm pretty sure from here to next year, we definitely get there to the top of the middleweight division. So yeah, I still have to keep my patience, and I'm pretty sure everything will come.
And David, it's completely the opposite for you, because you're fighting a guy that's, he's had a lot of fights in Mexico. He's undefeated. He looks on paper like a mismatch, but if you dissect the guy's record, you definitely have a chance. What are your thoughts on fighting someone that's like, plus 20 and 0?
For me, I've been in a lot of wars. This for me is like a proper David versus Goliath fight. With the right tools, with the right training, I can definitely come up on top. As you say, he is 23 and 0, but his ranking, I would say, doesn't make him that special. So we're just training. I'm gonna implement everything I've been taught by Mr. Dominik Junge, and I really got a good believe in this fight. These fights come, it's so strange. I had 6 fights. I fought Jasper Saruke at the time, and I took him to the 12th round. When I fought the Skeleton, it was for the IBF title. It was with 2 weeks notice. I had to drop weight. We also took him to the 12th round. So I've been in these kind of wars before with some tough opponents. My last fight with Mamba, also a very, very tough, strong opponent. And, I've never trained like this. I've never been so conditioned, never been so hungry, so determined. So I think we're bringing in something new, some more, something new and something exciting to this fight. And yeah, I'm really excited just to put everything I've been taught by Coach Dominik into fight night. And yeah, I think we're going to surprise not just my opponent, but we're going to surprise the boxing world.
Well, obviously a bit of a tough subject, and obviously it's a motivational factor for you, is dedicating this fight to, unfortunately, the death of your son. How do you feel about that?
I feel very motivated. I probably was in my wife's belly that when he was born, he was going to come watch me fight this year, and that he's not longer with us. It doesn't mean the dream or the journey's over. I will still go step in the ring, and I will fight for him. And now I truly believe I'm not alone in that ring. He's with me all the way. So it gives me more motivation, more determination to go inside and do my job.
And back to you, Coach. I mean, you got a juggling effort now between David and Landry, who both have equally different tasks. I mean, David's probably, if you look on paper, got the bigger fights, But, Landry's still got to go out there and do the business and maintain his undefeated record. How do you mentally take both these fighters into the ring?
So, okay, we start with Landry because it's easy to say, okay, like he told, it's a stay busy fight. We are ready to do the bigger shots. We're waiting for the title shot. And with his promoter, we have an agreement. The next one will be a title fight. So we hope he do what he tell us before. We have some opportunities before to fight some big names in the business, but in the last moment, surprise, surprise, these names don't want to fight us for whatever reason, okay? But it's difficult if you have not a big promoter in your back with the money to bring you in this. That's actually the management nearly 1 year ago. Yeah, 1 year ago. And then we have the same problems again and again. It's a third promotion in nearly 2 years. And everybody's promising him so much and didn't do it. It stopped him always in going forward. He want to give so much for it and give all for it. He's staying in Germany since more than 1 year and leaves all his family and everything in Denmark. And I hope he will get a payback for all what in this time. So I hope it's working like this one. For this fight, it's an easy fight if everything is working like we have planned. Okay. David, like you told, it's a more difficult thing. It's because his opponent is 23-0. But if you see the ranking, it shows you he didn't fight the big names, the good ones. He has a lot of fights. It's also a kind of growing up in the ranking, but he's still number 120, 130. So we are not scared about him. We still know we're going there as an underdog. We have a game plan. If David doing the game plan, if you hear what I told him, I see him sparring. If I hear to the commands, it's working. So we go. We have a little chance, and we want to take this chance. So I'm not surprised if he takes his chance. He's not a knockouter, but he is very well in shape right now, and we have to see how it's working. Yeah, it's the circumstances around, it's the humanity and everything in Mexico is difficult. It's not because 1 year ago, W convention, it was exactly in the same hotel like this fight has happened. So I know a little bit around. So not everything is huge. That's a small benefit what we have. But at the end, he has to stay in the ring and he has to handle this business.
I'm going to go back to Landry real quickly, and it's a question that I don't know if you've asked yourself, but do you ever want to fight in Africa? I mean, would that be a big thing for you?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely one of my dreams. Actually, I tried to make it happen back in 2018, 19. But it was quite difficult. You have to get in touch with people and in order to manage everything. And I was basically on my own. So, but yeah, I even got an offer also to fight in Africa. A former pretty big name. What is his name again? I don't even know if I should name drop right now. But yeah, I got a big offer to fight somebody. But they called us, and then after we said yes, and they pulled out. I think the name was Joshua Clote or something in Ghana. They tried to make something, a small fight or small show or something. And I said yes. Ivory Coast and Ghana have like Denmark and Sweden, they always have competition. Maybe Germany and Austria also have the same thing, So I think that was a great thing, but I don't know what happened. They pulled out. Fighting in Africa always has been a dream for me. I even tried to, back in 2016, try to get on the national Ivory Coast for the Olympics, but again, everything went for some weird reasons. So, but yeah, I would definitely love it. Even in South Africa, I know Saulen did a show there when Altuman, who was actually, we had the same management by that time.
Yeah, was a teammate of yours.
Yeah, and he went and fought even Lerana, and that was also amazing. A couple of German fighters came also over there.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, you said you were part of that group. It would have been actually nice to see you, competing here. But I mean, in terms of competing in Ivory Coast itself, do you think that's going to be an impossibility?
I don't know. Boxing is not a big sport in Ivory Coast. It's more soccer, football. So it's quite difficult. Oh yeah, we also have we were supposed to fight another guy, and I even think that the agreement actually went through. What is his name? Kondondokwa, and then 2 weeks before he got an offer from Eddie Hearn to fight. What is his?
He's
guy?
from Namibia.
Yeah, Namibia. He fought another guy from.
He fought an American guy, I think. He fought.
The American guy,
Yeah.
They went. And that would also been a great fight, but yeah, these African fighters are tough, man. Don't underestimate them.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we want to see you one day. Maybe in South Africa, that would be the best option, I think, for at least for us that are watching here.
Maybe go in South Africa, so we'll come down there.
Definitely. You got to David's going to make a plan for you. So back to you, David. Your wife has started managing you. Tell us about that.
I was signed to Sean Crew at the end of 2018 after I left South Africa when I went to the Netherlands for a year. I was under Sean Crew from Manchester. With Sean, we've been in contact. With the corona, it's been very difficult getting us fights. He has come through with some fights, short notice fights. I just started with Dominik, so we just didn't want to jump into short notice fights and all. And after the passing of my son, we thought, the best would be me and my wife would work together. We pushed the dream. And yeah, she has got a managing license now. She's got Mr. Dominik Junge mentoring her, helping her with the management side, just showing her the ropes of boxing and how things are done. And yeah, she actually got this fight for me in Mexico. Believe it or not, she was in contact with Mr. E.J. Matthews from Bigger Than Life Entertainment in Las Vegas. And we were actually training to go fight in Kansas. Week to go fight on the 27th. It was going to be my debut in America. Then due to visas and the elections and this corona, they moved the tournament to Mexico. She was in touch with the coach. She spoke. And yeah, she made the fight happen. And here we are, 3 weeks out. And we were making my debut in Mexico. So I would say for her first start, her first roadie, she's done a very good job.
Gee, well, congratulations on getting that fight. I mean, that's a big move for you. But I'm going to put you on the spot real quickly, and no pressure because you're surrounded in a new boxing gym. Preparations differently from South Africa to Germany. What are the biggest differences?
Wow, I would say there is a big difference. Very big difference in training from in South Africa and up here. Many factors, South Africa, we're known for the road work, for our conditioning, a lot of functional training. A few of the fighters can actually do some strength and conditioning. The more, you can say more blessed fighters have got strength and conditioning coaches. You get your other fighters that, in Limpopo or in the Cape and stuff, strength and conditioning for them is more the push-ups and the running and the functioning. So I would say I actually met a boxing scientist, a guru in boxing, Mr. Dominik Junge. His training it's unbelievable. The things that we do, the work that we put in. When I first started here in March, I was like, I can do this. And as this training goes on, you actually feel, wow, this is next level. There's a level here. This level of training is up here. And I see where you can championship boxing and just boxing, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, man, it's just been so different. And I feel it in my body. I feel it in the punches. I feel it in my stamina. I feel it in everything, that I have reached a new level of training, a new level of boxing. And that's why I'm so excited just to get in the ring, just to show everyone a new, improved David Rajuili come fight night.
So now I'm even excited now to watch this fight. Now I got to see what's been changed in terms of your ability and everything like that as well, and how you've improved. So we'll be looking out for those sort of changes. And I want to go back to Coach Dominik real quickly. We see a lot of the German fighters typically when they travel, they all look to seem to come out the same factory. They're very defensive. You know, the guards up. What are your philosophies as a coach?
Once again, the last sentence I didn't understand.
Sorry, a lot of the Germans are a lot of the German fighters are like guards up, very defensive fighters. They don't really have much technical skills. They just, they come to survive. What's your philosophies as a coach?
It's funny because we have in Germany a podcast, what I hear every week, and they have the exactly same discussion about this. It's Germany, the next Georgia, with a journeyman from Germany, and everybody says the Germans come up with a high defense and walking forward, because we have one guy, Arthur Abraham, everybody knows him, and he was famous for going like this one. He was not a technical boxer, but he can hit like a horse, and he did this style. So, okay, we have this weekend Sebastian Formella. He did not so a good job against Conor Benn. So, yeah, for sure, actually, boxing in Germany is not on the level since like 10 years, 20 years ago, because we have a problem. No TV station is in, so there's no money in, and it's difficult to bring up the fighter from the beginning up to highest level. Promoters didn't have money, so want to push, and they do some bullshit titles from some smaller federation, and then announce him as the world champion. Sometimes I joke about it because we have more world champions in Germany than German national champion, because everybody want to be a world champion, whatever. And difficult for me to explain because I hate this shit. If you want to be a world champion, you have to be first a national champion, a European champion, then you go to the next level. You don't have the time to build up the fighter. It's difficult to say all the German fighters are technical bad school. It's not the reality, but it's easier to bring up a fighter with knockout potential to bigger fight, because you have the hope it's working. I'm working all around the world, and I see, okay, Poland did exactly this way. They bring up fighters, 10 fights, but only they want to have the knockout artists, not the technical fighter. Then they push them to a good level, bring them to America, hop or not. So we see it. If they knock out, they go to a championship. If not, okay, next one is coming. But if it was a technical fighter, it's more difficult to reach the top. So you must be in an outstanding level, and that's the problem. Yeah. So we try to find a way between everything, because Landry is more a knockout artist. He has really power in the hands. David is not a knockout artist. He changed a lot since he's here. When he's come to say, ooh, okay, that's the level what you expect to be a pro. That's not my level. What I don't want to see you in the ring with this level. Really, we talk about, we have measuring for power punches, for speed, for everything. It was not what I really expect. But now he's building up a lot. I will also be happy if this fight in Mexico, happy 6 months later, because I see how he's building up strength, his speed, and his boxing IQ. And that's what we are working on, to have a game plan, to be more clever than the opponent. It's not only how fast, how strong you are. Are you clever? Can you handle the ring? How to walk in the ring? How to speed up when you slow down? How to make the pace up in the fight? It's all this parts around, that's important. But for me, it's German boxing actually not on the level what we want to see. But you cannot say German boxing is on journeyman level. But actually, we have some promoters, they pick up fighters with a record of 15 fights, send them to England or USA, and then they receive the money. That's only what the promoters want, and the fighters will be kicked the ass. That's sad to see, but it's the true
boxing business.
Yeah, and we have to be honestly. We see what happened in UK. It's the same like in soccer. I don't know if you know soccer. It was suspended of soccer for a long time, but after this time they're coming back so strong and unbelievable. And have the same. UK was strong with Frank Bruno and this times, and Lewis, and then you see UK boxing, there was nothing. But now they are coming back. They work on every part of boxing. They have specialists for strength and conditioning. They have specialists for technique, for strategy, everything. They do a good homework 10 years ago. Now they earn what they have done in the last years. And in Germany, we also must have this passion to say, okay, we are on this level now. Now start building up and earn in 5 or 10 years. So we have to look to UK. They did it well. The American market is completely different. They are all the time strong, and because they have so many fighters. If you go in the gym, you see, wow, everybody is like a fighter like hell. So, but we have to look to the UK and to see, okay, what they do good and to copy it. But Germans are often say, no, we know everything better. We go this way. And I know some coaches, really some famous coaches, no, what we should not look to US because we know also how it works. No, that's the mistake. You have to look around. I was all over the world, from China to US, everywhere, and I see what I want to learn. Okay, that's a good part I want to learn. If you don't like it, you don't have to learn it, but you'll see it's not working. So this one is working. Then bring all this part together, but be open-minded, and take all together, and then we have a good future for German boxing.
Oh, I like how you broke that down, because it's not just Germany. It's a lot of different countries that have that same problem where, you keep moving in these really bad steps, and then you just throw someone overseas, sort of cashing them out and making a profit off of them. That's just, that's the boxing business, unfortunately, in a lot of countries. But as you said, if we get a few good guys in the sport, that'll be great. I want to move back to Landry real quick, and it's a bit of a blunt question, but if you never moved to Denmark, would you even be a boxer right now?
I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. It's funny enough. I don't even know. I think if I didn't move to Denmark, I would probably be a soccer player, because that's like, in Ivory Coast, everybody look up to DJ Drogba, and everybody has to be a soccer player. Yeah. So the passion for it always has been there when I was a kid, and I was even playing soccer when I was a kid before I started boxing. So, but yeah, I don't think I would have ever been a boxer.
And what's the gym culture like in Germany in terms of athletes? Do athletes not drink alcohol? Do they live a fully professional life? Like what's the life of a German boxer?
Of a German boxer? Well, I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's different from fighter to fighter. Well, in Denmark, I think I realized when I left Denmark the first time I went to the States, I realized, okay, this is actually what I really want to do, being around in a different environment, so far away from experiencing right now. Like, all these guys, all these younger guys than yourself, by the time I think I was 24, but you still have fighters who are like 18, 17 and stuff like that, and so talented and so hard working, and you're like, okay, I somehow have to step up, and and then you build a character around your career. But yeah, there's also other professionals that I know that are drinking, doing all kind of other stuff, and I don't understand. I think it's just so different, always have both sides, and it's probably like that also in South Africa. You probably have those professional fighters, who can call themselves professional fighters because they, and there's the other ones who are like, yeah, I don't care, I just do it. So,
in terms of German professional boxing, do you find that a lot of people have to work more than one job? Like, for example, they have a day job and they come and train, or can they train professionally from sort of the beginning?
Most of them not. Most of them have to go to work, and the second is boxing. Only pro boxing is actually for 5 or 10 fighters. Often, if they have some good amateur history, then the promoters catch them, brings them from the amateurs to the pros, and invest a little bit money. But they push them so much to see what's going on, and in 1-2 years, if it's not working, they stop with it. But the most of them in Germany, they don't earn a monthly fee or something. They really have to go to work, and then you have to plan your time exactly when you want to rest, when you want to work, when you want to train. So that's not so easy. But in Germany, we have to go to do a job.
Just trying to see, David, are you a full-time boxer now?
Yeah, I do this full time. I've been blessed. I've been blessed a lot. I've been doing it full time since I was in South Africa. I was a personal trainer, but since I've moved to Europe, blessed enough full time. I've got the support of my lovely wife that supports me all the way. So yeah, this is I eat, sleep. This is it. Even, I was living in the gym when I started off with Dominik for a little bit. We train, go upstairs, eat, sleep, day in, day out. And I feel very blessed to have that opportunity. As the coach says, not a lot of people have such opportunities. So, yeah, I'm very blessed, and, these are opportunities we take with everything. Because, back home, not a lot of people have this opportunity to travel into the world and to live their dream.
Well, I'm going to sort of throw a last round of questions now because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. But Landry, what would your message be to supporters from Africa, South Africa in particular, since this is a South African talk show? What would your message be to them?
Man, first of all, I would say thank you for the support. I was truly amazed when David told me, like, hey, you have some people supporting you, cheering for you in South Africa. That's amazing. To be honest, I didn't even expect it. I was like, no, you must be kidding, and it's just amazing. And it shows that you really have to keep working hard. There's other people over there looking at us and be like, okay, you guys are doing something good, and we have to give something back to them by keeping pushing hard in the gym, and so can to keep pushing hard in their everyday life. And yeah, the only thing I can say to all the fans, the boxing fans, is just thank you for all the support, and we really need it, especially through these times, the Corona times. It's really hard for everybody, and we need as much support as possible.
All right, and then David, your message. I mean, you're very familiar with the South African audience. You can end it off for us here. What's your message for South Africa and your fight coming up?
For my fans back home, I would just say, let's not ask why, let's not doubt. I just need the belief from the South African people. Come fight night, we will go to Mexico, we will do the job. I will fly the South African flag high. I will go in there, and the fighting fans know that I'm going to go there and give a fight. And yeah, let's not doubt, but let's just believe. Rajuili is back, stronger, faster, and we're going to do some work in Mexico.